again. Also a little late today. I apologize for that. Let's, hmm. Okay, let me refresh the page and see if I can find this. There we go. Found it. Okay. Found it, muted it. Awesome, awesome. So I did find out that I was given some wrong information yesterday in regards to Willie Nelson. He did not pass away yesterday. I did a Google search way after I had made my post, and so I apologize. I was wrong. Today, my oldest and youngest child went to pick up my grandson from school, and then we took him home, and then we went out for an early dinner, and that was yummy. We went to the same place we went the last time we ate out, and it was at Westmount Mall, a mom and pop restaurant called Nikki's. I took a picture of my food this time, and that was about it. Then we went and did some shopping, and I picked up some mail from my mailing address. And now I get to worry about tomorrow. I still haven't looked for my flats, so not quite sure what I'm going to put on my feet for tomorrow, but I'll have something on them, that's for sure. I've got my dress set aside already, and I'm going to look for my flats tonight and actually get up when my alarm goes off in the morning instead of just... Okay. That was a game notification. It was actually a notification from one of the places that I was through. But it didn't say if it was just play or missed play or whichever one. So it's good to see that my hair kind of looks brown again. So it may not look blue for the interview tomorrow. Well, it's not really an interview. It's just a kind of a touching base with the district manager to find out what her plans are for the tax season, and and find out if I'm more or less likely to get my own office this year. So, trying to think positive, trying to send out positive vibes for everybody who needs them, because we know people who need them. Everybody knows people who need them. So, I mean, if you pray for people, like just in general, that, you know, that may need a hand up, may need, you know, just that little tiny hint of help. And, you know, so I've got family members that are going through medical stuff, and know very few details about that, and kind of scares me that we don't know very many details, because my family always shares good news, not necessarily always sharing bad news. So tomorrow will be fun. Tomorrow will be interesting. I got an email to confirm my appointment for 11:30. So exciting. And yeah, if my daughter needs to leave without me, then she can, because I can take the bus back. I still have bus tickets. So I'm very happy. I will be very happy tomorrow if it gets confirmed that I am getting my own office. Probably a little nervous, but yeah, happy. Even after I talk to the district manager tomorrow, it's not a done deal until I get keys and go into an office and have that title. So, because my title right now is CSP, which is Customer Service Professional, and then it will be eventually CSL, which is Customer Service Leader. So, not really holding out hope in having too many office helpers, because I will not be at an office that's as busy as the one I have been at. So, and even that one had minimal front end staff. So, we will see. I am gonna go in, hopefully bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and hopefully continue to have a good impression on my district manager. So, whew, big changes this year. I didn't see my middle child or my youngest grandson today, just because we weren't waiting around. We weren't all going in to drop him off. The older grandson, that is. He wanted all of us to go in, but we told him he had to pick one person. And he picked Auntie, so Auntie got to take him in. And it was quick. So, yeah. I decided to pick 2 topics, and they were today and tomorrow. And yeah, I got 3 pieces of mail at my parents' place, and was very happy with one of them. So, yeah, I will continue to be happy. Let's see, what else? What else happened today? When I turned on my computer, it said it was 1 degree Celsius, but it currently says it's 18 degrees Celsius. And I think it said 1 degree because it was in the wee hours of the morning where... Sorry, I have to actually look at that one. Okay. My daughter interrupted me with some topic suggestions. Okay, so when I don't actually shut my computer off, I leave stuff playing right now through Disney Plus, sometimes through YouTube, and then eventually, with Disney Plus anyway, eventually it will ask, well, not automatically play the next episode. So, I have 1 more episode of season 13 of Criminal Minds to watch. So, I'm fairly confident that it is not the last season. Okay, so when my computer decides not to, or when Disney Plus decides not to just show the next episode, then it stays on that screen where you can play the next episode or view details of the show you're watching. And if you don't do anything, then it just kind of kicks out. Goes into screensaver and then just shuts the computer down. So when it does that, sometimes I lose my internet connection, sometimes I don't. And I must have lost my internet connection either before the computer went off this morning or shortly after I turned it back on. So the 1 degree is most likely from before the computer went off or went into sleep mode and then eventually turned off. So my daughter had suggested the topics of Halloween, temperature, and my future goals. So I already told you it is currently 18 degrees Celsius outside. When we went out, I wearing a t-shirt, short sleeves, didn't wear a jacket. In fact, I wore my summer shoes and no socks. So yeah, it wasn't even the least bit chilly. Halloween is coming up. My daughter wants to get herself a costume. The oldest daughter. Not sure what she's looking for. For Halloween, when my kids were growing up, I was their big sister. So that means that I could just, excuse me, just basically be myself. But the family that I grew up in, I'm the youngest and never had the opportunity to be a big sister. So when I made really good friends with a family that lived close to us when we were growing up, there were 4 of them until we were in junior high, and then miraculously there were 5 of them. So that's a whole story unto itself. And I'm trying not to say too many times. I expect it to get a little closer to the average temperature being about 10 degrees Celsius by Halloween. Hopefully not too much colder than that, because it's fun when you get to take people out trick-or-treating, and both boys will be into it this year. I'm sure of it. So, especially if either Gran or Papa actually goes with the boys. So, would be a last resort for me, but, if it happens, it happens. My future plans, work. So, yeah, I'm just counting down the days till I can start work, and then, I have no idea what that notification was for, because it didn't show up, it just made noise. I need to make sure that I get some more dress pants, because a lot of the dress pants that I have, they stretch a little bit, and so there's little tiny pieces of elastic along most of the seams that are visible, and it doesn't really look professional anymore. So I definitely have to up my professional looking game if I become an office manager. So yeah, fingers crossed. I will go in with a positive attitude, and whether or not I come out with a positive attitude, I have no idea yet. I just wanna maintain positivity until at least 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So if the office manager from the office that I was at last year also has her meeting tomorrow, so I might hang around and visit with her a little bit and then bus back. But time will tell. I don't want to say anymore. Let's see. Oh, the other TV series that I saw on Disney Plus that had the full series was Ally McBeal. So there was something that wasn't animated that is the full series on Disney Plus. I have been watching Dancing with the Stars. I have not watched it early enough to be able to do any voting for any of the 4 episodes that have already aired. Here I go again saying just trying to be happy. Hopefully I can spread happy instead of grumpy. So I've been asked if I was going to dress up for Halloween this year. I don't know, because if I'm giving stuff out at the door, they don't need to see people in costume. If I do it, it'll be for me, or to, there you go again with the to show my grandchildren that it's not just for kids to dress up. So the last few times that I did do stuff for Halloween, let's see, I had some inflatable fairy wings, and I had been working at Walmart, so I got 2 of the inflatable costumes after Halloween the year before. So yeah, so I had 2 sets of inflatable wings, but neither of the fans, I guess, where you put the batteries in and turn it on and it would inflate, those packs don't work anymore. So I might know where some of the wings are, but I would need some more of the inflated up packs. I'm sure there's a proper term for it, but life. I kind of thought about going to a Halloween store to work, but a lot of those pop-up stores generally come with other inflatables that don't pop up, just pop. So I don't work very well around those, especially when children touch them. Another notification that I have no idea what it was for. I was watching Popcorn Planet live earlier today, and Andy had said that Lewis is having some issues with his channel with Nerd Report, so I am trying to send some positive vibes his way. I messaged him on Facebook. He saw it but didn't respond, but you know, he may not be ready to talk yet, so you know, life has to go on. I am not, oh, I've got 2 watchers now. I am not giving up on YouTube. I hope YouTube doesn't give up on me. I hope YouTube does not give up on Lewis. I hope Lewis doesn't give up on YouTube. I do definitely want the best for him, especially since, you know, this timing really sucks. His birthday's coming up. He needs to be able to, I need to be able to see him on his birthday, because his birthday is the same as my brother's, except it's a major one for him for Lewis this year, but not for my brother. So, yeah, I checked Nerd Report again before I went on live, and it doesn't say that he is what's the word? Banned isn't the right word. It doesn't say that he is inactive. It just says that the last video posted, I had watched about this much of the live. So that's about how long the red line was under the picture. So again, I'm sorry for being shaky, but I don't have a holder for my phone other than the selfie stick, and I love you. My oldest just messaged that she hates the smell of apple cider vinegar. That was one of the things that we picked up before I picked up my mail. So, sorry, just had to scratch my foot. Yes, we have some issues, and apple cider vinegar is supposed to help one of those issues. That reminds me, I was supposed to ask if I could message my other daughter that we got vinegar. Yeah, my daughter was on that diet a few years ago where you had a spoon or so of apple cider vinegar every day, and the smell makes her think of the taste. I don't blame her, because, you know, certain smells make me think of certain tastes. Excuse me, I burped again. That reminds me of a rule I made for my children when they were growing up. And that was, if you happen to have a bodily function that most people would say excuse me to, you say excuse me a little louder than what you think the noise was. And that was so that in case somebody heard the noise of the body function, then they would also hear the excuse me. And if they didn't hear the body function and just heard the excuse me, then, you know, I'd rather have people think I'm a little weird for saying excuse me than, you know, having certain body functions. And oh, don't blame me for your shouting. Because when I say excuse me because of a noise, like when I got out of our vehicle when we got home, I kind of slid on the seat and it made a noise. So I said, oh, excuse me. And then, of course, everybody had to know if it was just a noise or if something had actually happened. So I entertained myself a little bit because there was a little doubt of whether I had actually done what it sounded like I'd done. So since Lizzie is definitely watching, what Halloween costume are you hoping to find for this Halloween? So we passed a Halloween store really close to Westmount Mall, and there was somebody in costume, kind of with the sign, moving it around, not twirling it, just moving it, pointing in the direction of where the Halloween pop-up store was. And that person was in an inflatable Triceratops costume. And I think it was my son who asked if we thought there was a person in that costume. And it's kind of funny because he's had those inflatable costumes before, and he had I think it was a sumo hockey player. So I don't recall exactly. I just know it was big. And he wasn't that big, so it kind of looked funny because he had a very tiny head with a very big body. So my daughter said she's hopefully going to a Halloween pop-up store tomorrow. So I don't know what's going on tomorrow other than I have to go to Walmart and get my prescriptions. I have to be up and ready and presentable before 11 because we have to be there before 11 because my daughter's appointment is at 11. So hopefully I'll have something to eat so that my tummy doesn't growl. Yes, I still have a tummy. So I'm not sure what else to say. So you don't have a costume in mind, Lizzie? You just want to go and look and see what they have that you can afford? Question mark, question mark. You're going to get a bookcase and a toy bin. This is just a YouTube channel that I started where I just talk about stuff that happened to me. So, I want to make it an interactive channel, so if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad you like it. I started this channel in early August and have 65 subscribers. Hoping to get more, always hoping to get more. Celebrating every step up. If I ever reach 100 subscribers, I will reveal all my tattoos and let you know the ones that have special meaning behind them and whether or not they need to be expanded on, because some of them do, not all of them do. I live just north of Edmonton, Alberta. It's in a city. I think it has city status. The place I live is called St. Albert, and at least at one point between Edmonton and St. Albert, it is literally a traffic intersection. Whether you're sleeping on your side or your side of the bed. Oh, you live in Leduc. Oh, so you're also Alberta. I have, my computer is down and a little to the left of me. And so that's why I look down if I miss something that is, if I miss a message in the chat, I look down and I can also see the temperature outside. We have 18 degrees Celsius. I have some people tune in from as far away as, I think there's one from the Netherlands, and there's at least one from Arizona and a couple from Arkansas. So, oh, wow, just got a Facebook message from a friend, and just gonna let her know I am live now. And you too. And send. What did she say? She worked a 13-hour day. Yay. And she gets to start all over again tomorrow at 6. So much fun when you work for a living. Although, well, I guess getting back to where she'd be staying, half an hour out. Goodbye. Thank you for stopping in. Hope you can join us another time. Um, now I'm confused. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. If she starts at 6 in the morning and worked 13 hours, that would put her working until 7. And now she gets to, if she's already done it, if she's already she said she's got to take a shower. So if she's already done it, she can just relax until tomorrow. Otherwise, she's going to do that and possibly see if I'll chat with her later. I don't know. So I've got my phone charging now. It's at 71%. The last notification that I got was from Facebook. So, oh, I like it when people chat with me. That way I can make it more of an interactive channel. Because, I mean, when you're watching a big, a very popular stream, it's kind of neat to have your comment read out loud from the hundreds and hundreds of comments that they get. So I've had that happen a couple of times. I've had it happen a lot of times where I put something that I think is not relevant, but directly to the point of what they're talking about. And yeah, I've had Steph the Alternerd read at least one out with my maiden name on it, and it's not a common name and it's not an English name. So she did very good at trying to say it. She said it the way it looks, and it's not the worst way to say it. It's also not the right way to say it, but that's okay. I've had I've had it said in very interesting ways. So one of these days I'll write it in the chat and see if anyone can guess it phonetically. So been on for over half an hour. Been on for longer than I was yesterday. It is currently almost 10 to 8 where I am, and yeah, I have to look for my shoes for tomorrow, so I will get that done before I forget, and we'll see. A fancy witch. Well, you can be as fancy as you want. All you need is the hat, and you just dress fancy. When I dressed as a witch for the more recent times of dressing up, it was just the hat. I figure I look enough like a witch anyway. Self-deprecating humor. Yeah, Lizzie said that she was looking at Amazon for Halloween costumes, but they wouldn't be able to get here until after Halloween, so if that's the case, I would recommend waiting until after Halloween and ordering them at a discount. So, my own personal thought. Yeah. wish I knew who the other viewer is, because I'm pretty sure you're the same person who watches almost every time, and I have no idea who you are. So, anyway, I am going to go. I will try to get on earlier again tomorrow. I seem to say that a lot. I will try to have a couple of topics in mind that I can ramble on about for hours and hours on end. And then stay on live until I have no viewers. And as long as I can handle sitting the way that I am right now, because my back is starting to hurt now. It's been less than 40 minutes. Okay. So, everybody stay safe. And we will see you next time. Thank you.